Hey guys, welcome to the club Fears 40. In this series, we are going to discuss about various aspects of middle age dilemma and midlife career crisis and how one can better observe himself, understand the whole journey, and can better take care of this part of the life so that he is better prepared, and we will also be sharing systematic to take care of this as we move forward in this journey. So get your coffee, get some drink, buckle up your seat, and get ready to ride this journey with us. In the last clubs, we have discussed a little bit on symptoms as how people can start feeling this crisis in various professions, changing the world of careers, and how does this whole concept relevant and matter to various professionals. And finally, the flip side of the coin, how does organization look at all these topics in various change perspective. Today, we are going to talk at how one can still remain in the race in this competitive environment where the competition is cutthroat and race is like unbeatable. So let's begin. Life is a race, and we all are horses of this race. Every organization has a system of evaluation and appraisal. Each and every employee in the organization is evaluated for his performance and get appraised every year. However, in most of the organization, we are not individual performers, but we are in a team comparative performers. The performance curves are being drawn in all the organization. You are always put in comparison to your peers, and you are part of a bell curve where you can be part of either head of the bell or body of the bell or the tail. And that's where one need to take the cognizance of this whole comparative performance, not the absolute performance. The absolute performance has already lost its relevance in the corporate world. How good you are in absolute term has no meaning anymore. But on a bell curve, comparatively, where do you stand is all makes sense as we move forward in this. So if this is the reality of life, how can you always remain in race? That's the question mark. So to start with, remember these three rules in life. If you are working to just survive, it will not take much longer time to reach to a tail, which get cut every year in every field systematically. Survival is no more an option. You cannot just work to survive. Point number two, not only focus on your performance, but keep your senses open towards other in your environment and try to do better comparatively. The rule number three, always fight to be ahead of the curve. Beat the average. You should be always in the top quartile above the average. You should always be ahead of mean in the top quartile. And when I say above average, doesn't mean the rating as above average, but when people are put in the bell curve, you should ensure that you are in the top quartile of that bell curve comparatively. Recall the story of a lion and gazelle. Every morning, a lion has to run and a gazelle has to run. In a group of gazelles, the lion will eat the gazelles who are not able to run with other gazelles and left behind at the end of the group. One of them will be eaten away every day, or few of them will be eaten away by the herd of lions every day. If during the time the other gazelles do not take the lessons and do not work on their speed and consciousness to keep themselves ahead of others next time or next morning or next day, they will be at the end tomorrow and will be eaten away by lions. So the tail is which is never ending and it's always getting cut every day. So you should always be running to get into the next level every day. So the important is to be aware of your surroundings. Your friends and colleagues at work are not only your friends and colleagues, but are also your competitors. You must run faster than most of them. Sometimes it will be a question of survival, and sometimes it will be a question of keeping ahead. But we must be cognizant of this situation and environment every time. Every time when you are working on any of the deliverables, see that you do not get into the tail enders, but you do best amongst the team. Keep your eyes and ears always open and try to keep learning from the peers. Whatever new things you can adopt to change. Bring something new to the table which others don't have. It can be different type of market analysis or innovative methods or new perspective on the table, but make your presence felt and see that you are able to make some impact to the target audience, and it's always comparatively better. We must learn to give our more than 100% and each of our assignment, each of our project every time, because all of us have enough potential. Our potential is gift from God to us, but what we do with our potential is our gift to the world. We do not give our 100%, we will always feel uncomfortable in this competitive world. Let me share a small story with you. A boy and a girl were playing together. The boy had a collection of marbles, and the girl had some sweets with her. The boy told the girl that he would give her all the marbles in exchange for the sweets with her. And the sweet girl agreed sweetly. The boy kept the most beautiful and the biggest marble with him and gave her remaining all the marbles. The girl gave him all her sweets as she promised. That night, the girl slept peacefully, but the boy could not sleep as he kept wondering if the girl has hidden some sweets from him the way he had hidden the best marble from her. And the moral for all of us learning is, if we do not give 100% in any engagement, we will always keep doubting if the other person has given his or her 100%. And this is applicable to all the relationship, may it be love, may it be employee-employee relationship, may it be friendship, may it be family, or may it be our relationship with countries, and so on, so long. You must know your core competencies. You must remember always that there is something in you which has kept you going so far. The important is how to make best use of that for your career and organization and create a value out of this. Add a new dimension to your core and create new cores which complement to your existing core competency and together create a bigger core of yourself. This will help you in growing as you are expanding your core competencies and making it bigger to handle bigger tasks and projects. If you would always like to remain in race, it is important that you continuously keep taking feedback of the stakeholders. Make your own bell curve and see that you are beating the average. Add something new to your competency, make best use of your competencies, and develop a habit of always delivering more than expectations. Beat the expectation. This is the most ideal rule of any relationship. Keep yourself always king of that relationship kingdom. Be that kingdom is employee-employee relationship or any other like family or country or friendship. Check what are the expectations, where do you stand, and how do you deliver more than expected. That's the key of any success story. Let me quote one small story here. A man and a young teenage boy checked into a hotel and were shown to their room. The receptionist noted the quiet manner of the guest and the pale appearance of the boy. Later, the man and boy ate dinner in the hotel restaurant. The staff again noticed that the boy guests were very quiet and the boy seemed disinterested in the food even. After eating the food, the boy went to his room and the man went to ask the receptionist to see the manager. The receptionist initially asked if whether there was a problem with the service or the room and offered to fix things, but the man said that there were no problem of the sort and repeated his request to see the manager. When the manager appeared, he looked him and took him aside and explained that he was spending the night in the hotel with his 14-year-old son, who was seriously ill, probably terminally so. The boy was very soon to undergo therapy, which would cause him to lose his hair. They had come to the hotel to have a break together, and also because the boy planned to shave his head that night. Rather than feel that the illness was beating him, the father said that he would be shaving his own head too in support of his son. He asked that manager that if staff be respectful when two of them came to breakfast with their shaved head tomorrow morning. The manager assured the father that he would inform all staff and that they would behave appropriately tomorrow. The following morning, the father and the son entered the restaurant for breakfast. There they saw the 4 male restaurant staff attending to their duties perfectly normal and all with shaved heads. The 4 staff members who are attending to the father and son behaved very normal and all were with shaved heads. The point is, no matter what business you are in, you can help people and you can make a difference. The more important point is always deliver more than expectation and whoever is your stakeholders, look at it, his expectation, deliver more than he's expecting, and things will be sorted out automatically. To put all the things in perspective, if you want to be in race, always keep watching at your speed and more importantly, others' speed. Measure the distance continuously at what speed you are running and what speed others are running. Gather the stakeholders' expectations timely. Beat the average. Beat the expectations and keep yourself ahead in the comparative curve. So far, you are on the right side of the curve, you are in the right direction. The moment you find yourself in the left side of the curve, work hard to see that you move forward fast with right content and right mindset. However, there is one equally important question that whatever it is it always possible for everyone to remain in race? You at least can do whatever possible in this paraphira. But the question remains open for all of us. Can everyone be winner of the race? Let's discuss in the next club as we unpeel more and more layers as we move forward and find more such answers in this series. If you like the content and find value in this series, do not forget to hit the like button and do share and subscribe our channel. Thank you very much. Stay connected. See you in the next